All right, next game up is a neutral game between, LSU and Wisconsin, which is currently line 9.5 or 10. Just about every single shop is one of those two numbers, and the tens are even maybe plus money on LSU. So it's basically a 9.5. I line at 12.5, and pretty confident in both of my power ratings for these teams. I was maybe a year early on the LSU hype. Last year I liked them quite a bit. They bring back just about everyone from that team, so there's a reason that they're power rated in magazines or projected in magazines to be one of the top teams in the country this year. They definitely have earned it, and they definitely have the talent. Can they put it all together? That's the question. Fournette's an absolute monster. They'll obviously rely on him more or less throughout the year. They need to be better at quarterback. They probably will be. Defense is going to be ridiculously talented. Their schedule's, it's an SEC schedule. It's tough at Auburn, at Florida, at Texas A&M, and then they got Alabama, Ole Miss at home, at Arkansas. So in this neutral game against Wisconsin, I guess it's an okay walk. So time will tell. We'll see if they can actually be a national title contender. I like the team a lot. I think 12.5 is a good number. So my point of, I guess, bringing that up is it is a little bit short. Getting under a 10, there is some value. And there's one thing that's kind of kept me from actually making a play here. It did open 10, so it's come down a little bit. Shoot, nope, we're still good. I thought I had accidentally stopped the video. So we get someone maybe likes Wisconsin. I think most people just think, wow, on a neutral, Wisconsin, great football program, getting double digits, you kind of just have to take it, which could be the case. But the one thing that's keeping me off this is I know people, they're going to rely, and by they I mean Wisconsin, they're going to rely on their run game. They always do. And I need to remember who their actual running back is that's coming back, who was hurt for most last year. I wanted to say Clement, but I'm not positive if his name's Clement. It is. It's Corey Clement. So he was out for a lot of last season. I mean, just like Melvin Gordon, he would come in when Melvin Gordon would go out early in blowouts and just be just as effective. And last year he didn't get to play much, and they did okay anyways without him. And this year he's back. They're going to rely on him and an offensive line that's always really strong. But the next point is the main one. The quarterback was no longer Joel Stavi, or however you're supposed to say his name. He was really, really poor at throwing the ball, which is very key if you're a quarterback. And I think sometimes brought them down and kept Wisconsin from really taking a step in contending, at least in the Big Ten. And so, not having Stavi, I think most people are thinking, oh, they're going to take a step back. Personally, I don't think he was that good. And if I'm right, whoever it is that winds up, taking over under quarterback, um, it's going to be potentially a better situation for Wisconsin and maybe a better team than even the last few seasons. So I'm not willing to bet on LSU in case my intuition of the last few seasons on Stavi is correct. So I hope that made sense. But essentially, technically, yes, numbers say right now, the way I've power rated it, that there's a little bit of value on LSU. I have it 12.5, and you can get 9.5 for 10. But if the Wisconsin quarterback is just as good or better than Stavi, which could definitely, I think, be a likely scenario, then I'm bumping their power rating 2 points, and this would be lined more like 10 or 10.5. Excuse me, which then means there's no value on this number. So that is why I'm passing. Hopefully that made sense to everyone. That video went a little long, but that's the breakdown here of LSU Wisconsin. It is a game. I will say this is gonna be a long video. I will see what the total is, but it is one I will definitely look under. You'll have LSU obviously just trying to play great defense, pound the rock, and Wisconsin, who was I think top 3 or 4 in the country against the run last year, should be similar again. So it's not like LSU is going to be able to, really just like break a bunch of runs and score a bunch of points off the running game. It's more of a wear it down type tactic, and they'll get their spots where they can score points. And Wisconsin will be trying to run against a really stout LSU defense as well, and not really putting their quarterback, who's new under center, into tough situations. So anything, I haven't run my numbers yet to actually spit out a total that I project for this game, but I imagine anything in the 50s is going to be worth betting under. So that's a little heads up there if you catch something in that range. So that was a long video, but we're going to move on to the next one now.